for priming my eyelids, which is Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion, and this is just in the shade, I honestly don't know what shade this is. I think it's just the original one. Here, yeah, it's the original, but I still have my sample, so I like to just use this up before I start the newer product. Sorry about that, my camera kind of cut off. So I already just rubbed in the eye primer, and I'm going to use my angled brush, eyeshadow brush. It's super what I'm going to use is my Lorac Pro eyeshadow, and I'm going to pick up the color Mauve, this color right here, and use that as a transitioning color, and dip my brush into that and start with my crease. I'm going to use windshield wiper motion, and slowly building up. I also like to use the color Sable, which is this color right here, and dip that a little into my brush. So now, after I build up the shadow, I am going to do the other eye. Same thing, use Mauve as the first color, and then go ahead and dip it into Sable. Eyes should look like so far. I tend not to worry about here because I clean that up with concealer, and I'll show you that trick a little towards when I'm finishing up my look. So we are done with the Lorac Pro palette. My e.l.f. palette, eyeshadow palette, I don't know, it's more of the neutral colors. These are more colors I lean towards. So I'm going to go ahead and put my brush into that color. It's kind of like a copper peachy shimmer tone, so I'm going to go. Okay, now what I'm going to take is this kind of chocolatey brown shimmer shade right there and place that onto my eyes as well, towards the outer corner. Now, to add a little more definition in the crease, I'm going to go in with black. Real Techniques brush. This is an accent brush. It's super small. Actually comes in handy. I didn't think I was going to even use this brush at all, but I've used it a lot lately. Now, going in with the same palette, oops, my reflection, I'm going to use this color right here. This looks like gray, but it's actually black. So I'm going to go again in the V of my eye. I'm going to use a different brush. This is another one of the 4-pack that I got. It's just a kind of round brush, round eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to blend that in. What I like to do is go ahead with that C brush one more time and use that coppery color that we started with the base of the lid and just apply that on top. It's time for the foundation part. Okay, I use the MAC Studio Fix foundation. I am the color NC42. I'm going to go ahead and shake this up and use my Real Techniques blending sponge. It's already damp. Now what I do is I'm going to start on this side of my face, over here, and dot the areas. Okay, once I dotted that half of my face, I'm going to go in with this end of the beauty sponge and blend that in. I'm going to do the other side. Once I think I have blended it out a little, whatever remaining product that is on the top, I just wipe off and I go onto my neck. But I'm going to to use my Hard Candy Glamouflage. This is a really thick consistency. To do a little concealer under my eye, kind of highlight thing. This is the color Tan, I believe. Yep, it's the color Tan. I think this is the darkest color they have. So I kind of use it as an under eye highlight / concealer. A little goes a long way. You're going to want to put like the smallest drop for right now. And I like to work this in with my fingers. And then down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin. Now I am going to go ahead, now that I look crazy, I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and blend that in. I'm going to set my under eyes so they don't crease with some translucent powder by e.l.f. It's another brand I love. It's the high definition powder, but I usually like to just open the lid, which I am running out. I need to go back and purchase. Okay, so I'm going to grab my angle brush by Luxie. It's the 504 brush, and I like this because it just fits like perfectly. So I'm gonna dip the brush in there. Make sure you tap out the powder, is a lot. And pat that into my eyes. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and do my concealer trick that I showed you guys. Since I used under eye highlight, it kind of already did the job for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and take my NYX, took off the top, sorry. I'm going to take my NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer. I usually use this to carve out my eyebrows. I don't think I've ever tried it underneath my eye, or I might have, and I just didn't like it. So it is in the color medium. I'm going to take my Crown brush. It is the C224 Oval Concealer Brush. I'm going to dip that into the product. And underneath, where you want to clean up your eyeshadow, I'm just going to go and do like a straight line. See how clean and crisp that makes your eyeshadow? Now for the other side. I've never had or tried one of her products, but I absolutely love this tattoo liner. It is in the color Trooper, a dark black color. It's perfect precision. It's a felt tip, and I just love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a winged liner. That is one side. Now for the other side. One side always tends to look better than the other, so I'm going to try my very hardest. I'm going to let my liquid liner dry a little before applying falsies, so I'm going to work on contouring the rest of my face. So I'm going to go ahead in with my e.l.f. complexion brush. It's super soft, and I just swirl that into my bronzer and bronze my cheeks. The temples of my forehead. And then the other side. Okay, now what I want to go back in with is, well, I haven't gone in with, the contour blush and bronzer. I love, 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 love it. So I'm going to use the bronzer portion here, draw in a contour line. Just going to blend that in a little. so it's not too harsh. Now I'm gonna take my Real Techniques blush brush. Super soft, love it. Perfect for my blush. Sometimes I use it for bronzing as well. Now I'm gonna take, sorry guys, going a little too fast here, my Too Faced Sweetheart blush in Peach Beach. Now I'm going to do the apples of my cheek in this Peach Beach blush. I'm going to use my Holy Grail highlighter that has been like my love forever. It's the MAC Soft and Gentle. So much. So I'm going to go on the same fan brush. This side I use for bronzing, contouring, and then this side is for my highlight. And I'm going to go and put the highlight right here on my cheekbone. Now sometimes my highlight comes out bad. Now what I like to do is use the same brush that I use for bronzing and blend everything in together so it's seamless and there's no contour lines too harsh and the highlight looks perfect. So now I am going to line my waterline with a white eyeliner pencil. And this is the Rimmel Soft Kohl Kajal liner. With the color Sable and Mauve again, and I'm going to smudge it underneath my eye. Since I am almost done with my completed eye look, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. Going to use my Jordana Easy Lip Liner. This is in the color Sedona Red. They're super creamy. I think I paid like $1.49 for them. I'm going to line my lips in red since I'm going for a bold red lip. And let's do this. Lips. I'm going to take my NARS lip pencil that I received. It is in the color Cruella. I'm going to take my MAC Soft and Gentle, which I forgot to do, and put a dab on my Cupid's bow. Before we wrap up this makeup look, I am going to contour my nose a little. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. contour brush, looks like that, dip it in my bronzer, and contour my nose. Going to go in with my sample size Tarte mascara, Lights Camera Lashes, and I'm going to do my eyelashes now. All About Matte. It's a matte setting powder. I think I paid maybe $3.99 for it. My Real Techniques powder brush, dab it in there. Last and final step, I'm going to take my Urban Decay setting spray in D-Slick. This is actually for oil and control, and I actually cannot live without it. So I'm gonna Alright guys, this is my final look. A bold lip and a bold eye with some falsies. And I hope you enjoyed this video and come back to see me.